Ben has unlocked the secrets of understanding how our minds control our business and daily lives. Inside each episode, Ben shares his proven, actionable items, tips, and secrets to managing the supercomputer between your ears so you can build and develop your business and start living the life you desire and deserve. This is Practical Psychology for Business with Benjamin Halpern.
Hi, welcome to this podcast titled Enjoy the Ride. See, life is a ride. Think of it as a train ride. And there is a track that you need to take to be able to get from one side to the other side. And you did not build that track. It's a ride you need to take. And there are many different weathers, environments, sceneries that you need to go through that's not really optional. People that will come in and out of your life, challenges that will come in and out of your life. And there's not much you could do about things from the outside. Of course, there's an enormous amount of life that's in your control, in your power, that you can make a difference, but much of it is really not in your power. And the trick is to learn how to enjoy the ride, no matter what, how to look at and appreciate the ride that you're going to be put through, the ride that you're going to take, whether you like it or not. So instead of kicking and screaming and being unhappy, why? It's not fear that you need to take this ride we call life. You're here by force. There's two things you're here by force. You come down and you're created and you're brought forth to this world by force, and you leave the world by force. Period. There's no big option in it. Different religions have different ways of describing and explaining it, but the bottom line is, you come onto this planet by force and you leave this planet by force. You cry, on your way in, you got to kick and scream and you'd be pushed on this world, and of course, nobody's really ready. We're afraid to leave. We're afraid of death, literally, to leave this planet. So in between those two events, there is a track that we need to go. It's not totally freebie. You have physical limitations, you have psychological limitations, you have emotional limitations, which basically keeps the track. So to a certain degree, the ride's the ride. Things are going to happen to you. Now, the only reason why you want to change tracks and go somewhere else is because you think that's where you're going to be happy. Because at the end of the day, everything we're after is emotions, right? Nobody wants money because they want pictures of dead presidents on green pieces of paper. They want the emotion, the feeling that they think money is going to give them. If you want a certain vacation, it's because the feeling that you want. If you want a certain lover, it's because the feeling that you think it's going to give you. If you want a certain body, it's because the feeling you think it's going to give you. At the end of the day, we're all after emotions. So life is a quest for emotion. If you want a certain business, you want to make a certain impact because the feeling you think it's going to give you. So it's all about emotion. It's all about feelings. That's what we're after in life. No exceptions to that rule. If that's the case, whether you enjoy the ride or not is your total control. You decide how you're going to feel next to anything. There are people and different religions who think that death is a beautiful thing, and they have a good feeling associated with death. There are those that it's very, very painful. There are different religions that have a terrible feeling associated with birth. Others have good feelings associated with it. So at the end of the day, what we believe will determine what we feel, but ultimately, it will change our whole dynamic. Now, I'm not telling you what to believe, whether that's correct or incorrect, but if it's painful, enjoy that painful experience, or live that painful experience fully and enjoy the ride. People pay money to go on a roller coaster. That's a scary ride. People pay money to go into spooky houses or watch a scary movie. They enjoy the ride. Even though it's difficult or painful, people enjoy working to become a gold medalist, even though the ride is painful, or going to the gym. They learn to enjoy the ride. So remember, it's not whether life has pain or not, because it definitely will have. It's learning that the way to make it happen has very little to do with what's going on around you. That has all to do with what goes on between your two ears, right in your mind. If you learn how to manage that little space, that motherboard between your two ears we call your mind, you will have an amazing, great life. Because you're going to learn to enjoy the ride when it's painful and when it's pleasant. See, there's only one emotion that's not tolerable, and that's called suffering. And that's when you do not accept the pain in your life. Everybody's life has pain. Not everybody suffers. But that's a mindset. Because when you don't accept your pain, you start suffering. Suffering is intolerable. And you never ever have to suffer in life, while you do have to have a lot of pain in life. So learning how to enjoy the ride no matter what, the ups and the downs, is key to be able to enjoy the life, which is what you're after, to have good emotion as you ride through life. And I'm excited and happy to be able to share with you and to customize this skill and tool and the different methods to apply to your life so you can enjoy the ride that your life gives you. If you want more information, check out my website, benjaminhalpern.com.